Hello, hello. Alright, we're here. Colombia versus Argentina. I'm here with Majin. He's debuting in the
casting.
the casting. Alright, the loading into the first race. The streams are conveniently pretty synced up already, so I shouldn't need to do anything at the start of the race. First race, Baron Runes. You guys will notice straight away, Argentina has got some bizarre picks. Actually, I don't actually know if it's the right players because I didn't look.
Just fuming. Nice. These tracks are looking actually kind of interesting. There's some tracks which I would put in, like, how could you pick them? And some tracks that I actually really would enjoy. Like some Coca-Cola Carnival always works.
There's some
Always
tracks that are good content, not so fun to play.
Yeah.
Right, shit, I'm missing the start. Choking. Alright. Okay, here we go. Baron Runes. For some reason the music isn't playing. Okay, we start off with Fernand's going fast, and he's getting a break. You can see my stream, right? We good?
Yeah. Kind of lagging a bit though.
Yeah, I can't do much, that's just Discord being Discord.
Yeah.
Okay, Fernand... Oh, Petro with the lap 1 orb. Immediately.
He goes getting up. Atomic though.
He fails the shortcut.
I think they're still
Atomic,
in the top 3.
Okay. The characters are all over the place, so I'm not sure what's going on. We see a Coco getting hit by another Coco, except they're on a different team.
Okay, there's too many Cocos to actually... Okay, they were not the top 3. I just thought the Cocos are on the same team. Why are so many people playing Coco? That's just confusing.
Coco versus Coco. Looks like... I don't know who's in first, but... We got 2-3 for Argentina. And okay, it's Audrey's in first.
It looks like a solid 2 and 3 there though. They both have shields. Bang just needs to juice up there. But Pedro as well with a double shield at the 4th. And Fernand with a shield at the 5th, so they're all protected. I don't think power items will change anything there. Looks like a pretty...
Pokeshand was holding 8th place, so the orb rolls are in Argentina's favor, but if they can't really use it. Although, okay, it looks like top 5 showed, so that's content. Classic, it's always our POVs that have the shields.
And I would say the first one also has a shield, because I didn't see any backspam for quite a long time. So
you can see on Bangang's POVs got showed.
Yeah, I can't really see that.
Discord moment. Okay, it looks like Fernand's kind of in danger. He's lost his shield, and a missile could take him out pretty easily. It's pretty much the last chance for Foxhounder here on lap 5. He's got a mask, or she's got a mask. Fernand's behind with a shield. Looks like Fernand's gonna get Foxhounder with the masks. Maybe not. Fernand unable to actually catch up. So it's I think that's a win for Argentina. Let me get the...
You lower the resolution a bit if you can. I don't know where you put it.
I don't know if that's gonna help. Is it 720?
Yeah, just put it at 480, I think. I mean, it's quite a bit of lagging. It might help a bit if it's not that high.
I'll give it a try. after I do the scores. Okay, there's +3 for Argentina. Oh, stream's at 480 now.
I just hope it's better now for mid races.
I'll actually restart just to ensure that it's worked like that.
Okay. I mean, the top +3 point at the first race is basically kind of nothing. Like when it was also that, it's
just a small win to ease us into the game. Nothing crazy.
You kind of always see that. Like something like +3 is actually kind of normal, like a normal start at Wars. It's either a +3 or top 4, stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
There are no other starts of Wars.
Well, looks like Bang Gang just DC'd in the load screen, so this is going to be stored a bit.
Nice.
You hate to see it. Gonna give me time to stick the characters on the table so we're not completely out of it.
To open that. There's the comment there.
Kind of crazy how many skins Crash has.
Where are the BAM skins is the question.
Yeah, why
It's only
they
the
didn't?
default BAM.
They give it to the main character, not the true main character.
Yeah. We're waiting on the important skins. One day, when Wumpa League will release, there will be a DLC for this game and every character will get new skins. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah,
Wumpa League
I
will
think,
save the
I
comp
think
hub.
that's true. Wait, what did I just do?
It's always nice when you look at the table and you have 3 standard Cocos and then even 4 Cocos. It's so good.
4
Why
Cocos,
is this-
except one of them is
Why?
on Argentina.
Why is the Coco on every fucking team? I think there is no team in this whole game that has not a Coco main in it. Such a good character.
I quite like playing with Coco just because the animations are really neutral. You feel faster when you play with Coco. That's how it is.
Us community approve this.
Coco isn't optimal.
That's also true.
Do we have any predictions in the chat? We haven't done one of those for a while. Get the chat interaction up, even though it's against the code or something.
Yeah.
When we were first doing the streams, we were like, okay, we gotta follow these rules to make it professional, and I think they all just got thrown out the window.
The way this commentary is built, it's pretty good. I think. I don't really like.
Yeah, we got a good layout actually.
Yeah, it's like a good balance of professionality and just like having the small community that it is right now. I mean, to have it like too professional would just not fit in this game. I feel like.
Yeah, if we had like ESL commentators going crazy when everything happens.
But that would be.
But that's how you know
cool,
when we're losing our minds, you know it's like something big's happening. Like in the last race where they nearly get the US win in the final lap of the final corner.
Yeah.
I jumped out of my seat.
I didn't watch it with audio because I was like mid-war. I had it on my second monitor. I was watching it a bit and I was like, what the fuck? That's some good shit for France there. That happened. Okay.
Let's go.
Now good
Atomic
tiny arena time.
Behind. Yeah, hopefully we get those rare, entertaining tiny arenas rather than the common, boring tiny arenas.
Pedro's sadly not getting the good jump.
We see a mask
Failing
from
it.
Shy. He's probably out of reach from first. Fernand's is going first.
And then
He
like
misses
a
the
good lead,
bump.
if you can... Nah, unfortunate.
And he's given the Argentinians the top two. I'm not sure why he did that. It seemed like he slowed down intentionally, but it doesn't really make any sense to do that. Atomic and Foxhound got a pretty good position here.
The packs are already splitted as well. Only Fernandez... Oh, and he got killed. Nice. Just wanted to say only he's there to save the Colombians, but it's already over. That looks like a pretty safe top 2 because it's tiny arena.
Yeah, and if this is how most tiny arenas go, those guys in top 2 aren't going to do anything for the rest of the race.
And it's also kind of good for that top 2 that Bang is last right now because he can just block the power items. And I don't know... No, that's Santi. That's not Argentina as well. That means that some Argentinian guy is in the pack. It's... Shai is also a bit behind. No, I just can't read the minimap.
Yeah, Bang Gang's the Megumi. With Shy.
Yeah, Shy is the crunch, yeah. But...
We got a bunch of masks driving along each what's this word I'm trying to say? Okay, I'm just gonna give up. I don't think that word exists. Beside each other, there you go. I was trying to say each side each other. Okay. Atomic still without shield and first. He can trap crates and maybe gain more positions for his teammates. There's a spooky red beaker in the one per crate that might catch someone.
Bang already also kind of split it up with Santi in the bottom, so if he gets more mass, he could also catch the next guy in front of him.
Gonna maybe... Oh, okay, the bomb barely misses Fox. He's got another bomb. Maybe he can take out the shield off Foxhounder.
Oh, and the back missile on Bang, that's really important, because he was nearly catching...
Fernand catching up on Foxhounder pretty hard, but he's missing the bombs only just...
Fernand just needs like
actually hit
2 good items. Okay.
Atomic hits an item and Fernand lost fire, so it almost could have been a first place for Fernand, but he lost his reserves. But he's gonna get Atomic, and then his teammates are gonna be there to take out Atomic.
It's a good comeback for Colombia when you see that, when you keep in mind that they had a good top 2 in the beginning. And Argentina is also at the bottom 2 placements, which is also pretty good for Colombia. They're getting a good comeback there. Argentina has the good positions to roll the power items now as well.
Yeah, Shine and Bangang still far behind. Not really much comeback ability on this track because masks are so nerfed by the bumps. And Atomic is finally taken out, so I think it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless Atomic can take out the Dark Coco.
Oh, he has a shield. Sandy. I think Sandy has a shield. That's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, and this
right
mask
there
isn't
for
really
Atomic.
going to get any... He's got triple missiles though. That could definitely be the play. But he loses fire. And the missiles
Could
don't
still be
connect
really good.
anyway.
Nah.
Yeah, that was his last chance, and I think he blew it.
But the orb,
They
nah,
used
but
it-
he has a shield. That's not good for Argentina.
It's a last ditch effort, and it's not really going to make anything happen. So that's going to be a +7 for Colombia. After Argentina had a pretty strong position, but they just choked it. Atomic
That
came
eagle
back
hit from
spamming
Atomic.
first.
Was super bad for Argentina.
Yeah.
Now Colombia just breaking away, which is really good for them.
Next up, Koala Carnival.
That's a good check right there.
Yeah.
That's a
And this
full
has been
contact.
I don't know. I was about to say this has been a common pick for Argentina, but it actually wasn't their pick. So I'm clearly thinking of a different team. I think I'm thinking of Poland. The late Poland. Fortunately, they were knocked out.
Still, in my opinion, one of the biggest underdogs, but they got quite
Yeah.
unfortunate, I guess.
The biggest underdogs, but they want the protagonist, so they couldn't win.
Yeah. They got every other country just got plot armored.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a plot twist. You expect them to win, but then they don't. It's one of those like subversive pieces of media. Yeah. No disconnects this time, so we went straight into the race, thankfully.
Big question, Koala, is can we see someone doing the frame hop pole suit at the start? I mean, I'm pretty sure some of them can do it, but will they get it? The question.
Not everyone is like Martin. They can just do it on command every time.
That's like. I mean, not everyone is
Streams
Martin.
pretty
That's
out of
like
sync now.
the big thing. But I don't think anyone got it. Sadly.
So we see Colombia gets the first place. Bangang's just behind. Bit of lagging going on Bangang's screen. Yeah, and that's got him killed because he just can't really react to what's going on. Bangang, I'll probably tell him to end his stream if it carries on, because it's obviously his internet isn't really handling the stream.
It is a top 3 for Colombian though, I think.
Oh, did the turning down the resolution fix it, by the way?
It's better. It's still a bit laggy, but not like that bad. I had like 10 FPS before, but now it's like just a bit shit resolution and probably like, I don't know, better FPS.
It's just good.
Yeah.
So right now we're seeing top 3.
Top 4.
Top 4 actually, yeah. But Atomic has a orb here, so if he uses this, he should use it now, and he does. It's gonna kill Fernan.
Fernan and the second one, which was, I think, no,
Fernan
everyone
tries to get the
died.
face missile, but Atomic has a shield.
Some pole switching.
Banging actually doing some pole switching. I'd love to see it. Oh, three of the first set crates were actually trapped. Unlucky for Bangang.
It's still a top 2 though for Colombia, but it was a good orb from Argentina to at least break top 4 there.
Petrol's got a mask here. If Bangang's not careful, this could do a lot of damage. Bangang doing some weird maneuvers, but he gets hit in the end.
But Atomic getting bombed from the second place.
Yeah, this Petro could get a lot of positions here if he doesn't get hit. But he does get hit. I guess that was Shy from behind. And he's just getting comboed on the spot. So they're dropped back into the bomb here. Bangang's gonna get Fernan here, so it's looking like it's gonna be top 2 bomb 2. Unless Fernan somehow staying ahead. Okay, he actually avoids Bangang. But he gets passed in the end, so top 2 bomb 2 for Colombia.
Fucking Audrey. Why do I always forget that Audrey is playing? I'm always like, who's that fucking brown cocoa? Audrey. Oh.
I guess the downside of having 4 POVs, you can't get the full table.
I'm just constantly confused because as a normal viewer, I just watch it as like 1 POV or 2 and I'm just chilling and, I don't know, playing by myself meanwhile. And now you actually need to focus and that's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience doing commentary.
Colombia having the small wins, which is really good for them. They're just like slowly climbing away, but Argentina just needs that one good race and they're like on top again. Plus 13 is nothing you can turn around. Nothing you can't turn around. Wait. You can't turn around plus 13, that's what I want to say. But it's not a big deal.
Okay. What's the next track?
Tiger Temple.
Nice. I have to like go through and select the music. You know what I should really do? Actually, no, that doesn't really make any sense. Never mind. Well, I had an epic idea, but it was not.
Tiger Temple also a track which is really good in my opinion. You have good things here. Just tracks like Tiger Temple are in my opinion just really good, where you can see the difference of people are going fast and people are going wide, and they can still interact with each other when the guy in the last place gets the mask. It's like not over at the start. like and different roles, like having different roles at the start is also really good in Tiger Temple. You can just go fast and escape on this one, even if it seems like it.
This Argentina's pick, so we will
And with
see
the new
some
cut,
lap 1 postwood.
even better.
Yeah,
I don't know if any one of these guys can do the cut.
yeah, I'll be interested to see if we
It would
have
be
anyone
pretty hard.
doing the cut. I'm wondering who's the like strong player that they chose this track for, because there's always one guy who's like really good at the lap 1 postwood.
It's like Fox, Atomic, and Audrey got pretty good ones. So they're kind of on top of or even Bang with the top 3.
Yeah, they've got one Coco in between them, and that Coco's taken out Bangang, so Argentina wants to hold on to this top 2 here. Atomic losing reserves, and it looks like Foxhounder did as well. I find, yeah, it's pretty common to lose reserves on this track. I feel like right now these two guys in top 2 are kind of shooting themselves in the foot because they're just stacked on top of each other and they're not really back spamming at all.
Yeah, Atomic can't really get rid of the canister because as soon as
and Foxhound
Fox
has
already passed him.
failed the grass
Fox
as well.
died. That's not good.
An orb comes out from Shy.
I see many people with dodges though, so it's...
And Atomic has a boost canister, so he can just carry on moving straight away, but Audrey actually dodges.
Yeah, that was not a really good orb for Argentina. Just looks like the Colombian profited from that orb way better. And Atomic dies because of Audrey shielding him. That could be huge now.
Time for Argentina to pull out the cut.
And Pedro gets hit by the flames. No, Pedro.
Atomic taking a red beaker and a trapped crate. So actually this is looking like a really strong top 4 potential right now, especially considering what Atomic just did. This is actually... We're looking at top 4 for Colombia.
That's a really good top 4, I think, for Colombia right now.
It looks like we've seen a few of them mess up the grass, so if Bangang can catch up here... Come on, Bangang. It's time to take the cut.
Even though Pedro lost fire, it looks like they have a solid lead.
Yeah, it's pretty much
enough.
Only Bangang.
Snipe. Oh no, he missed the Wumpa. Gets the missile,
yeah, and that's
they are too far.
Pretty much it.
That's the top 4 for Colombia right there.
And it looks like Argentina's pick backfired because actually it didn't seem like they were that confident with the grass. They choked it a lot while they're on the top.
3 guys at least made a good SL grass, and only one of... I think only Audrey made a good SL grass. But he just killed the other Argentinians, and the top 2 just split it too fast at failing the grass, and I don't know what Atomic really died to. Maybe I think the orb really got him.
Then he died to the shield.
I mean, yeah, but he had a comfortable lead before. Or he just lost fire, maybe. In the grass. Yeah, so the grass kind of killed the top 2
I think they, like, lost fire.
Probably was like that, yeah.
trying to confirm the date and time for the Finland versus Spain match, but Sam was like giving me riddles on which day it is, so we'll never know.
It will be a surprise. It will just happen.
Okay, Mega Mix Mania next, which is another Argentina pick. It's a kind of weird pick. You don't really see this track come up very often. It's a pretty brutal map.
And I really don't get why people are. No, I don't feel Mega Mix is a hated track, but it's a neutral track for most of the people, I guess. There's no really big point in liking the track for most people, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of how.
At least as German team perspective, Mega Mix is actually a track we like to play. In the last 2 or 3 World Cup matches, it always got banned against us, which is kind of weird. I didn't really get why they banned it. But yeah.
Is Germany strong on the track apparently?
Apparently we are, I guess. Let's hope Argentina is as well, though.
Banging going into the mine. I think we're seeing some like nerves coming out here. Bangang comboing himself with the same mine. I'm not sure what's going on. Meanwhile, in the front we've got Atomic out in front
never seen.
with a decent lead actually. So Atomic
and with a shield at first.
Yeah, he's not got any Wumper though, which could definitely backfire.
He tries to just go for fast lines to get the distance on the second place there, I would guess. Because if he goes too wide, he could be in danger. But Fernan getting sniped with a beaker, I think. Losing his second place.
Somehow, Bangang isn't in last place right now.
And Atomic's still not going for Wumpa.
Okay, Fernan has an orb.
Not the right option, I would say. And Pedro losing fire, though. That could be really good now. Argentina has the top
this orb
now.
Could change that, though. That he's probably going to fire it as they cross the STP.
At least the first one is safe with a shield. So...
And oh, there's a clock. I think that was actually Santi's clock.
Santi's clock, yeah.
And now the orb's going to be unjuiced, so that's actually held them back by them using that clock. I don't know what they probably like. That isn't. I'm confused by that because they should have really used the orb before the clock.
Yeah. I think that there was a misplay to use the clock first.
It might have just been like a frame spam usage of the clock, is my guess. Because other than that, it doesn't really make sense. But it's kind of worked out because now we see the two Cocos getting second and third. And Foxhound had dropped all the way back to 8th. And poor Shai is getting comboed on the STP, so it's actually +7 his current positions.
With a shield again. Do we see him finally getting juiced though? Finally.
He's going for the Wumpa. And there
at least the first race looks secured for them. There's no double power item again. They at least have the first place and can...
Bangang's actually going for pulse with it, and the crate was trapped.
But it still looks like a really good top +7 for Colombian though. Atomic still decides to backspam, but just the right.
Takes another red beaker. Bangang is cleaning up the battlefield. Yeah, this was a very brutal race for Argentina, really. Those power items, even though the power items were kind of badly misused, they still were devastating for their top 3.
Did a lot of damage there. Yeah, Colombia with a +7 again, which is really not good for Argentina. They really need that one race now where they win.
Yeah, they really want like a top 3 to get them back into the running. Just to stop the momentum that Colombia's got at the moment.
But that start from Bang was kind of interesting. I think I've never seen someone getting comboed by the same mine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not really a combo, but I think he just missed it at U-turn input and just drove straight back into the mine, which was kind of unlucky for him there.
Yeah, it was bizarre. Alright, so half time, we might see some substitutions. Both teams have a pretty big like roster, and pretty much the whole of their rosters are really strong, so they could pick whoever they want. There's a few people in the chat talking about Argentina's lineup, and I don't know, I wouldn't really say like Awesome and Fede would make it that much stronger. I feel like the team they have is pretty good, but I don't know.
I mean, I would only say that Awesome would be a good addition as a front runner, but I think Argentina is doing a good job at front running. They have a lot of good positions at like top 2s, but they just like kind of choke it, which is the bad point. I wouldn't say the players are the problem. Like, I don't think there is a difference in having a better lineup for Argentina right there, because they have the good positions at the start, but just get hit by power items or just fail at something. Might be like hitting some trap crates or just losing fire.
I think the biggest thing is we're seeing like Argentina break away, where they just like drive. They don't really increase their lead. They're not back spamming at all, and they're not trapping crates, and it's really holding them back, especially if they're driving and then they lose fire anyway. Have to refresh Bangang's stream because he's gone really far behind. Right. Try Fruit Danger. We're getting into Colombia's pick here. Looks like Fernand's going pretty fast, getting a pretty sizable lead straight away. See the swimming egg coming out from Bangang. This could be the turning point for Argentina, that pick.
Swimming eggs actually carrying a lot of things. Kind of cracked character.
Oh, Fernand nearly falling off the track there.
But Bang getting killed by Santi, which is not good again. They have a top 3.
Yeah, and Pedro's down in 8th, so he controls the power items here.
When I look at the distance, it's also a really solid top 3. But they could just get shields pretty easily without caring about how they...
Pedro taking a trapped crate.
And yeah, but Pedro's pretty dead down there.
Yeah, it looks like those two Argentinians are pretty dead as well. Looks like Bomb 3 don't have fire at all. Pedro's letting Shy pass him. We're gonna have a bit of a clown fiesta in the bottom where they're just both slowing down to let each other pass.
And Shy really needs to focus that Pedro is on the bottom positions here. Because that's pretty much the only thing he can do right now. Besides rolling power items. But Fox has a shield. Now we just need to wait for Bang to get a shield, and then they are also ready for the power items. But at least the first one does not have a shield.
Yeah, not a whole lot of movement going on right now. Pedro's catching up to Atomic now. He's got 2 masks in his belt, so he shouldn't have a hard time catching up.
Pedro successfully tilting me because he jumps so often with the mask. Thanks, Pedro.
Yeah. And the top 3 remains after 5 laps of pretty much nothing going on. So it's going to be a plus.
Oh, did Atomic manage to get the... I can't read the time. Is Atomic or Pedro in front?
Atomic's in front.
Okay, Atomic in front. It looks like they went on the finish line at the same time for me. They at least secured the 6th one to make the damage a bit smaller, but it's still plus 13. At this point, it's not over, but it's really hard for the Argentinians now
yeah,
to come
52
back.
points in 4 races. That's a extremely hard task.
Yeah.
They need at least 1 top 4 here. And a top 3.
They need at least 2. Oh man, yeah. They could technically... Yeah, okay, technically they could do like top 3 and 5th there. But... they need those good races to turn it around.
We see Mystery Caves once again. Another very common pick.
Mystery Caves actually is surprisingly popular, in my opinion. Like in the last few... in the World Cup overall, it surprised me that so many people actually are picking Mystery Caves. I always thought it's not a track many people really like or enjoy, but it seems like many countries actually picking it. Never really thought it would be some special kind of track, but apparently it is.
Yeah, I quite like the track. I don't think there's not really anyone who hates the track. Some people dislike it, but I enjoy the track.
I can't really see anything that's really bad on this track as well. Maybe the starting at the lap 1 is kind of not perfect.
It's a bit scuffed. It does bother me how you kind of have to at the start. If you go fast and try to back spam in that downhill, it's kind of scuffed if you get a beaker or TNT because you're in the air and it's super hard to hit anyone.
And as some back row enjoyer, it just never really get to hold fire and get a mask at the start. It's just horrible. And Bang going with the next banger setup. With the banger setup, okay, nice.
Yeah, that's that cut's kind of underrated actually. Santi goes up into first, but
Getting
Missile
killed,
chases him,
Santi.
so... Banging
And he
had a
gets
second
another one.
missile, but it didn't target
it's not
Fernand because he was in the air.
Fernand.
Yeah.
That was not good. If you wait,
Yeah,
would've
you
waited
gotta
a
be more
bit
patient
more,
with your missiles.
then he would have hit it.
Fernand saving his TNT for CTR 2, but it does actually
Oh, and
connect to
Bang
Banging.
bombing him. Okay. What a nice bomb.
And that's why you don't hold your items, boys.
And getting the shield on first. And he has an okay lead to actually go for Wumpa.
He decides
But with
not
the
to,
juice
just to
bomb-
be safe. Oh, this
The
bomb
juice
looks
bomb could be in
dangerous.
danger now.
It doesn't lock on though.
And didn't really look at the other POVs now and I just see that Audrey is back there. But Fox is back at the fourth. Fox really needs to try to get Audrey.
And Pedro and Shy are miles
of it.
behind. Atomic gets taken out. These are pretty decent positions for Colombia at the moment.
And Pedro with a double mask, it looks like he will get Atomic there. For sure, but he loses fire. But still be able to get him. Atomic with the mask as well. Important save for him. And Pedro with another juice mask. Okay, probably Atomic is still not safe.
Shy getting lined up with a back bump.
And Shy, I think Shy tried to. Did Shy try to pose it? Or he was like just a bit in front of Atomic and blocking the bomb from Pedro. What a nice body block.
Okay, an orb comes out. Pedro gets hit by it. Atomic takes a red beaker in a crate, but Foxhound is coming through. And Atomic has a cock and another orb just happened. What is going on right now? We see
These are
3
some
power items
intense
just
power
happen at
items.
once.
But Fox did not.
Atomic's
dodge
gonna
though.
get
They can
Pedro.
only
It
get
looks like,
Pedro here.
yeah, I think Pedro's
getting him
probably
as well.
getting last here. Maybe he can stay in front of Shy unless he drives into the side of the turtle.
Nah, and yes.
So yeah, that's what is that? +3, +1 for Colombia.
If they would have gotten these power items one lap earlier, I think that could have changed a lot of things. At least they could have killed Audrey or Santi there. I think Fernand had a pretty good lead already. So it was a bit unfortunate that he couldn't get them early enough.
So 53 points. I think that's barely doable with 3 races left, but they're gonna need 2 top 4s and like what +7 or something like that. So it's gonna be
They gained on that track though. No, they didn't.
no,
It was
that
a
was
+1
another
for
loss
Colombia.
again.
They, I think Colombia won every track now. So they're performing really well. Or getting the right items at the right time.
Yeah,
As we
it's-
know,
oh,
better
James
players get
switched
better
over
items.
now. We're getting into Argentina's picks, so now's their time to make the comeback. But like I said, it's a steep slope to climb. It's like above 90 degrees, you know. They're climbing like a... What's the word? There's an acute angle. There you go. I think that's the right one. Acute. When it's like more than 90 degrees.
Okay.
Where it's coming
that's
inward.
Native speaker shit.
But anyways, you get what I mean. It's like they're climbing up a hill that is like basically impossible to get up.
Acute. Oh, I'm seeing it right now. It's a really cute angle, not gonna lie.
Yeah, obtuse is like more. Yeah, I still got it. Like 5 years or so since I did maths, but still remember everything.
Bang with the ongs this time.
Looks like he's been randomizing at the start of every race, trying to find the perfect sub to get them top 4. You see Atomic up in first alongside Pedro. It's going to be a dice roll to see which item connects. Looks like they both missed each other. Pedro's got another bomb, so Pedro's got the upper hand. He needs to connect this bomb. He's holding it to get the one per.
Shooting it. Okay.
And it's not gonna, it's gonna connect. Unjuiced Orb comes out from Argentina. And Bangang's coming through, the only guy with fire. It looks like he's got slow fire, so it's not too great, and he's going through a wall of shields, so he's gonna have a hard time.
Fernand has fire though, but he does not go for Timber.
The shield eventually hits him. Fernand took the red beaker, so it looks like everyone's without fire at the moment before the STP.
Oh shit, that was just too much for me to realize what happened there. Just everyone died.
Now we see top 2 for Colombia, and Bangang losing fire, just making it worse for themselves.
I don't think the card Banging got is really helping them right now.
Yeah, the nuke.
Just a random feeling.
Yeah, it might be right.
Pedro and Santi with a solid top 2 now. Does not look like they could reach them with just pure outlining.
Yeah. 3-4-5 for Argentina. Maybe if Bangang can roll a power item, he could help out the team. We see Pedro still doesn't have a shield. Yeah, it's pretty much up to Bangang now to make the difference.
He needs that power item.
The clock is
like
ticking.
A fast clock now would just be perfect for them.
Maybe you can gain some positions here on Santi. I think that's Santi.
I could just go for the insane high jump at the end, mask the top 2, and then get a solid top 2 for Argentina. That would be the play.
Bangang up in... Oh, and he fails Timper. So that's pretty GG's for Bangang now. All he can do is roll a power item, and even then, yeah, it's pretty much this is not the race they wanted, and I think this gives Colombia the win.
Yeah, that's a safe win for Colombia now. They really need that good positions, but
Bangang getting up in 7th, but he gains his position on Shy, which isn't really yeah. That's curtains, as
now
they say.
Argentina really needs to make the point different smaller though, because the group stage the points do matter quite a lot if you're not safe win like every match. The point of is the big difference there.
Yeah. Right now, plus 64 for Colombia. I think Argentina really wants to bring that down. Although tiebreakers do have quite a bit of impact. But if it gets to the instance where it's two guys with the same tiebreakers and the same points, the point difference is not going to be in Argentina's favor.
What group are they both in?
This
Completely
is
lost
group.
track of that. Was that the stacked group with USA and France?
Yeah. This is the one with
Yeah,
USA and
okay.
France.
So that's actually that's super tough for Argentina now, because France and US are two of the strongest teams I would say this whole World Cup, and like because they still need to play against them and they really need to win against them to still pass the round, because that loss is really huge.
Nina's Nightmare. Can you see some post-wood action?
I'm looking at the draft and seeing the big final.
Okay. So just a reminder, as soon as this match ends, we're going into the Latin America vs Saudi Arabia match, which is starting pretty much now. I think they're setting up the lobby. So we'll probably miss like first two races of that.
No, we're
And
gonna
also,
miss
Turismo's
Slide
offered to
first,
come
yeah.
in,
Okay.
so we'll have Turismo commentating with us for that match. And I might have to go make food and let you guys commentate by yourselves because I'm starving right now.
Will be most epic commentary then.
Okay, so we see
like
Petro
escape.
getting a really good start. Petro actually really strong on this track, one of his strongest tracks. Fun hitting the shield snipe on Atomic, one of the rare occurrences where the shield doesn't just blow up immediately. The top three right now for Colombia. I think at this point, Argentina's just so like demotivated that it's unlikely that they'll get any good positions.
Yeah, now the
Just based off the
molding factor.
yeah, the
plays
mode
in.
factor is at max percent. We're seeing actually, I don't know what just happened there. We got 2 shields in 4 and 5. Power item could maybe help out Argentina here.
They really need to get that soon.
Yeah, they've just been really struggling to roll power items when they need it. Atomic losing fire.
Shield on the second though.
Yeah, Atomic losing fire here. That's Oh, clock comes out, but I think they were really wishing they didn't lose their shields there.
And I think everyone, no, Pedro was in front of the blue, so that clock didn't change anything at all. And he gets back bombed from Audrey there.
Some engine postwood. This is actually a pretty interesting track for engine postwood because if you take the goo, it actually negates the airtime speed loss, so you can go over the bumps without U-turning. So if you don't have fire and you have an engine, it's actually completely worth it to go for postwood on this track. Wow, Atomic running into a fully blocked corridor. Not really gonna matter though, because Santi is pretty far behind. Yeah, and another top 3 for Colombia. Definitely a bad time for Argentina.
And look at these streams from the next match. So I don't think they started already. So doesn't look like the
I've got Well, probably looks like we'll be good. I've got POV from Alhoop. Alhoop practicing the highest skyway. So Jungle Boogie is going to be the final track, and the best Argentina can get now is a minus 50 something, which it's a pretty ugly point difference.
Starting like that into group stages is not something you want.
Yeah. They're gonna have a hard time ahead of them, especially considering the stacked group that they've been put in.
Yeah, when you consider the next matches they will get, it will just be pain for Argentina.
Yeah, they still have to face France and USA, and I don't know if they played against France, but they lost pretty convincingly against USA.
Yeah. There was the wrong one.
We got Dude's POV as well. Excellent. Okay.
Hey, what was that? Nice.
We see Bangang with the Kong up in first place. Perhaps this was the character setup that he needed.
Everyone
just came too
needs
late.
to be a Kong.
Yeah. If in doubt, just switch to Kong and everything gets better.
They have a top 2 right now. If they manage to kill Audrey there, that could be a top 3.
And they actually did kill Audrey.
Oh,
or at least
Fox got
Fox passed Audrey, but could have been a slowdown, so Fox isn't in the clear yet. Bangang taking a TNT in first. Yeah, it's big mistake, but he should be fine. He's got his teammate behind him.
Audrey is really close to Fox as well. If he gets the right item, he could just kill
Audrey
her.
has a mask as well, you can see from Pedro's POV, so yeah. Fox is still somehow hanging on, but I don't know if that's going to stay that way, considering. I've been waiting for like 3 laps expecting Foxhounder to get killed by the 2 Cocos, and she's just somehow staying alive. Okay, there it is. And I think that was like pretty much guaranteed based on those positions. Yeah, and they're gonna drop into bomb 2 on the final lap. Actually no, Petro's still far behind. Fox has practically given up.
Yeah, but I think that's the first win actually that I'm.
Yeah, they're ending on a win.
Sadly, just +5, but to win at Jungle Boogie at last track is a win at the war, I would say.
Alright, I'm slamming in the scores into the table, and then I'm gonna immediately speedrun setting up the POVs for the Arab versus Latin America stream. Yeah.
The Colombian Boogie. Just a good track.
Colombia Boogie. Maybe it's Argentina Boogie. Argentina Jungle Boogie, it's funny, it's like you'll play a war and Jungle Boogie will be the final track, you'll lose every race and then you win Jungle Boogie.
Yeah.
I've had that happen like actually way too many times. Okay. I've got two Arab POVs, but no Latin America POV, so hopefully I get something there. GG's to Colombia. They definitely earned that win.
Yeah,
they played far more consistently.
Yeah, I would say Argentina was like just making those driving mistakes at their top 2 spots and or not getting the power items at the right spot. But even without that I think Colombia played pretty well and deserved that win. I'm worried now because it looks like we're not getting a POV from Latin America.